Well, great morning. It is Sunday. Just looking at this thing. Yeah. Bolton says, fundamental thing is not our safety with Trump. Okay, it's the 28th today. And sorry about, I want to apologize to everyone about the rant yesterday, but it was, it's one of those days that finally things build up and it hits the fan, so to speak. Um, so yeah, it's just been crazy. Um, and I didn't know what was going on, and then when I finally found out, somebody, YouTube, one of the viewers, clued me in. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Oh my God. Anyway, I apologize. I finally bit the bullet and put on a non-skippable commercial to see if it does any better, but I refuse to put them in the middle of my talks and content. I will not do that no matter what, because I know I hate when I go to a place and you've got, 10 ads going in the thing that break up the content. And so, yeah. So I'm not going to do that. Okay? I refuse. One non-skippable ad is enough. Anyway, so let's do the morning pointing. Let's see what they give me to talk on today. I never know. We're going to do one from the Hero's Journey, the Goddess Power Oracle, and the Work Your Light Oracle. So let's see what the universe is going to give me to speak on today. I never know. I was thinking this morning while I'm doing the cards, was thinking, maybe I should do a drive today. I wonder if Gallup is open yet. And then it hit me, well, that wouldn't do me any good because the store I like to go to in Gallup is closed on Sunday, so that wouldn't do any good anyway. So first we have is Anna Moisin. Anna Moisin, the past. The past. Okay. And I still cannot find my one deck of cards. What was it? Something L, that really beautiful deck. Arizona. He's a scamp. He hides things sometimes. They just dematerialize and eventually they show up again. But what am I going to do with him? He's kind of a trickster medicine man, Sometimes he does things like that. I'm like, please, Arizona, I want that deck back. Next is 10,000 angels. Lean on your circle of supernatural support. 10,000 angels. And let's see what we have last but not least. Mr. Max is over there giving me a hangdog look this morning. Yes, just say yes. Just say yes. Well, okay. So let me look and see what we have here. I think maybe I will pick one more card. And we'll try the Tarot Grand Lux, and I might pull one more card. Okay. Okay. So the last card I got was a Two of Wands. Getting ready to move forward. So it's time to, sometimes, some things of the past we should remember, those things in history where, as a people, things were not done correctly, okay? Out of ignorance, things have been done, cruelties to other peoples, or cruelties in our own lives that have been done to us. Goes both ways. And while, we don't ever want those things to happen again, that's, beneficial to remember. But again, most of it, we have to finally say it's time to move on, okay? And you've got to give yourself a yes to be able to move forward. Yes, okay? It's time. It's time. And let me see if I can get this other card out here. And don't forget, we've got 10,000 angels. We've got guides. Those if you've been close to in your family. Not everybody has been close to others in their family. If they have passed on, they're always on the other side, just waiting to aid us in our journeys, okay, wanting the best for us, okay? And most definitely, the divine wants the best for everyone. But don't forget, we have free will. We have free will to continue to make ourselves suffer as long as we want as well. We can stay on our grand pity party. And I think all of us have been there at some time or another. And we beat that pity party drum for all it's worth. Okay? And say, but you don't understand my past. You don't understand what I've gone through. Woe is me. And we can feel right sorry for ourselves for quite some time. And we may try to make it into a big parade where we draw all the people with us. But you have to listen to my pity party story. It's so important, Okay. But, past is over. And one of the things I say is that the only place you can truly live is in the moment, okay? So you have to come to a point of saying yes to the moment. You can't change the past, no matter how much we wanted to, no matter how much painful it was, no matter how much we wish it were something other than it was. But you have to be ready to finally say, time to open that gate, start to open that gate, say yes to moving forward. Okay, we've stayed in perhaps past for much longer than we should have. And again, you have to say yes to now to come into the moment. Okay, and also you cannot project into the future. You can't. You can't live in the future. You can't live in what ifs. Well, what if? If only. You can't live in the ifs. If only, if this, if that. You can only be in this moment. And if you're trying to live in the past or project in the future, then you're missing your time now, which is so important. Okay? So, isn't it time to say we need to come into now so we can change the future? If we keep, rolling over the past, pain, the past, pain, and keep ourselves in the cycle of pain, then what future will we have? Okay? We keep going on about reparations for this, reparations for that. I understand that. Okay? But I also understand that this is this moment. And a lot of times, what people don't understand is when you have been an abuser in a former life, in this lifetime, then you have to go as one of the abused. Yes, I know it's horrible, and I'm going to get some backlash with this, but that's the way it works. And we learn the lesson, okay? And we choose to have that lesson, and then when we leave the form and go on the other side, we understand, the dynamics that have gone on, okay? So hopefully people can get beyond those dynamics and be willing to walk forward now and to say, while we don't ever want to forget the past, we can't change the past. We can only change now. And if we change now, then we change the future. Okay? So we have to say yes to making changes now so that we don't have to keep going this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth of this endless cycle of abused, abuser, next life, abuse, abuser, and we keep switching those roles until we finally get it and say, okay, enough is enough. Okay. We have to learn to respect everyone because, like it was if you listen to some of these reincarnation stories, like I said, there was this little boy, white boy, and he was talking to his mother, and the last life he was a black woman. Okay, we all change races. Okay, we may be white this time, but the last time been Oriental, been Native American, been, and we go through the cycle. Okay, so it doesn't matter. We all have red underneath this, whatever color it is we have on the outside this time. We all have the same coloring within. Okay, and we all are going to go through and walk in the other person's moccasins, so to speak, okay, so that we can learn and understand, okay. Now, all I've got to say is all these Karens that are out there lately on the internet with their white privilege and etc., well, next lifetime, you're not going to have that white privilege. Okay? So, if you think you're really, got something that you can abuse others this lifetime, you're going to walk a mile in their shoes next time. Okay? So this is the way it goes. The abuser becomes the abused, and it keeps cycling until we finally learn that lesson. Okay? That, you need to respect everyone. Why can't people's origins and their things, everything be celebrated? Okay? We should be celebrating one another's differences rather than say it's me against them. There is no me against them. Okay? We need to be celebrating each other's differences. Okay? Now, if you are one of these white Karens and you enjoy Southern cooking, then you should enjoy the ones that are making it. Okay? Think about it. Okay? Rather than fighting against. I just don't get this mentality. Okay? We should be celebrating differences, finding ourselves in different roles, taking on different cultural ideologies. America is supposed to be a melting pot of cultures. Okay, so we can learn from each other, not fight against each other. Okay. Now, they did learn from some of the Native Americans. They took some things, such as when they were writing the Declaration of Independence. What was it, the Five Nations? Okay. They did take some things, but they took and they haven't given back. For God's sakes, we need to get into, this next administration. I really, really hope and pray that they get somebody in there that will put some infrastructure in the reservations. Okay? So they can have running water, for Pete's sakes. They can have roads that are not washed out when the rains come, and mud that's 8 inches thick and you're trying to get through, and it's a nightmare. These things should have been done long ago. Okay? You can't say it's a sovereign nation and then still hold the purse strings for everything. Okay, that's not giving them a sovereign nation. Okay, they need a way that they can make a living. They need to have it. I mean, it's like, this is your land, but we own it. This is your land, but we own it. You can't build on it. You can't do anything with it. If their mineral rights are there, we're going to take it. But it's your land. Don't forget, you're a sovereign nation. Okay. There are so many things that are so wrong now. And this police brutality that's taking place. Okay. They need to start to, put these guys through psychological testing before they're allowed to be a policeman. Okay. So many of these guys are out there and they got a big chip on their shoulder and they just want to have power. Now, there are some very good police out there that really want to do service to humanity, and we applaud them, but there are just too many out there that want a sense of power over people. Okay? We need to get rid of that. They should not be in those positions. So anyway, today's thing, let's finish up with, we need to go forward. Remember the past, but don't try to stay stuck in the past. And try to overlay it with now. We need to come to terms, let go, and move forward so we can actually live now. And try to make some new friends. Okay? Open up. If you get to know people, you'll find out you have so much more in common than not. Okay? Find your commonalities and build on it. Okay? If you don't have many friends of color and you are white skin or red skin or yellow skin, whatever, try to make friends with people of other colors, other traditions. Get to know them. And you'll find out we all have the same fears, we all have the same wants and desires, okay? To have a better life for our children. And if we come to respect each other, rather than saying you're going to take what I have, and that there's enough to go around. There really is. There's enough to go around if those that have so much could find out they don't need millions. They don't need a house that's built like a castle where you have to have a ton of servants to take care of it. Okay, you can only live in one room at a time, for Pete's sakes. So why do you have to basically have what amounts to the size of a hotel for 1-2 people? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. I'm just saying, even if I could afford a big, lush, lavish house, I wouldn't want it. Okay? Wouldn't want it. We only need X amount of space. So let's just hope and start to expand our horizons. Okay, expand our horizons so that we can make this a better planet for everyone. Don't forget, we are humanity. All of us comprise humanity. Okay, so let's make humanity human. Human. Have compassion, have love, have empathy. Okay, and let's move forward. Let's move forward. Okay, so much love and light to everyone. I'm getting the stare down from Mr. Max over there. He's looking at me like, why am I over here? And do you know what? Watch this. It's time. Mommy, it's time. Is it time, Mr. Max? Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, he says it's time, Mommy. It's time. It's time. Oh, my God. Take me out. It is time. Okay, Mr. Max. Give a kiss. Thank you. So I'm going to take Mr. Max out. He's over there. And the minute you say it's time, he's just like, yeah, take me out. It's past time. Isn't that right, Mr. Max? So I'm going to take Mr. Max out. Maybe we'll take a drive out to the City of Rocks or something like that today. Take a bit of a drive, get out for a while. Mr. Max, you were so funny this morning. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. So let me get my shoes on so I can take Mr. Max. Yes, I'm getting ready. Yes, I know what you want. It's okay, Mommy. He's a very good communicator. I tell you, he makes it known what he wants right away. I tell you. And in the evening time, when it gets around 7 o'clock, I swear he's got an internal clock. The minute it gets to 7 o'clock, he starts and says, tells me it's time to go out. That's it. I'm putting my shoes on. That's it. See, one more shoe. He knows the minute I start reaching for my shoes, we're going out. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. Much love and light to everyone. Please be safe. We live in crazy times out there now, and we really need to continue to take precautions and let the crazy Trumpites and Karens just keep spinning out of control. I think this is one of the most revealing things, distressing and revealing things, that we have a con man in the White House that's given permission for people to be ugly. I mean, just downright ugly. You can't say anything better than that, And we need to get someone in that's got some empathy and caring, so that they have to keep their ugliness put away. So I'm going to leave this here. Love and light.